Are we live? Are we live? Yes, we are live. Okay. Well, a very good evening to wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to another live stream, and welcome to the Yorkshire. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another live stream. Welcome to the Yorkshire City paddock here. And we are here for weekend warm up. For the first weekend warm up of 2025. So this weekend warm up, it was basically talking all about the new season. Well, obviously we're not going to talk about too much because we've got the pre-practice shows. I just wanted to let you guys know that we will be this channel will be streaming FSA practice sessions and races, FS2 practice sessions, qualifying and races, and then for FS1 it will be pre-race shows, post-race shows, and then the FS1 highlights because of technical issues. And yeah, so it's the first race of the 2025 season. We've got a very interesting driver lineups this year, especially in Jaguar, which is looking forward to. We've got loads of new rookies into the sport, into the series as well, and we'll talk a bit about the other Formula Scorer series as well. So let's start to the newest team on the FS1 grid, Splits GP. Now, Splits GP is owned by Jackson Muller. He was in the sport last year, but only for like a race or so. His teammate is alongside Zachary Hodson, which was in Roberts Racing last year. They're in like a white livery. If you watch the launch event, you would have seen the livery. That is basically they've got the same type of car as Roberts Racing, but they're not part of the Roberts Racing Association. So yeah, they're a pretty fast car. They've got a decent lineup, Jackson Muller and Zachary Hodson. Jackson Muller does rage quit quite a lot though, so we'll see what happens. I think they could be quite competitive. They could challenge for some podiums. They could even potentially challenge for the win. But I don't feel like they're going to be challenging for the constructors or the drivers. I see there's not really much to talk about with Splits GP, but there we go for Splits GP. Now, we go to Force 1. Now, Force 1 was originally Roberts Racing last year at the very start. Then they changed to Blast Gates. Then they changed to Blast Gates McLaren. Then they changed to Blast Gates RR. Yeah, so the team has been bought back, renamed as Force 1, and this year they are racing with Oliver Kakai and Maya Hart. I think it's a pretty strong lineup. Yeah. Well, not a pretty strong lineup, but it's a decent lineup, I guess. They probably won't be challenging for podiums, but they'll definitely be challenging for points. Probably not wins or the championships. So yeah, it's not really much to talk about Force 1, but there is Force 1. We then move on to Racing Eagles. Now, Racing Eagles has their Isaac Cheetah, who raced for Jaguar for the final 2 races last year. Oh, and Oliver Stefanchik was dropped. Isaac decided to buy a team and set it up Racing Eagles with his teammate alongside Alfie Cooper, which there is rumours that Alfie Cooper could get dropped before the season has even started. But him probably will get this weekend is probably the only weekend that Alfie has to perform to prove that he can have the basic seat. As recently announced that Racing Eagles have been announced to be part of the Roberts Racing Association. So Racing Eagles weren't that competitive to start off with in testing data, but now they're part of the Roberts Racing Association, they will be probably quite stronger. They're also the livery if you've seen at the launch event as well. Yeah, so that's going to be very interesting to see. But we do have a interview from Isaac here, so let's put it on. Listen to it. So Isaac, your debut weekend in FS1 and your debut season, and you're a team owner in Racing Eagles. How are you feeling coming into this weekend?
Good.
Do you think you'll be able to put up a bit of a race?
Yes.
What's your tactics for this weekend?
To overtake and knock Max off track.
Well, probably not that bit, but it's overtake.
Yes.
Do you think you'll be able to finish on the podium or something like that?
Yeah. Especially if there's 3 people left over there.
And do you think you potentially could get a win this season?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Isaac, for your time, and good luck this weekend. So there you go. That was Isaac Cheetah, the lead driver and team principal and owner of Racing Eagles. So now we move on to Roberts Racing. What? Sorry, I've just knocked my TV over. Roberts Racing, they obviously, as it was announced earlier on today, Oliver Stefanczyk is unwell, and Oliver Stefanczyk will not be taking part in this weekend. So one of the new signed Roberts Racing affiliates, Reggie, will race for the whole weekend. The whole weekend. So all 3 practice sessions, qualifying and the race. And hopefully Oliver is well and fit enough to race again in 2 weeks' time when we move to Portugal. Yeah, this track hasn't been the greatest for Ollie. When the FSE raced here for the penultimate race of the season, he wasn't very good. You can check out that race on Peg Sport. But anyways, I have a interview from Ollie. This is a little bit outdated because it said Max is not racing anymore. That was when he was teammate up with Jack before before he left and he's wanted to start Splits GP up again. But yeah, just listen to this interview and see what you guys think. So Ollie, this year is a very mixed up grid in the FS1 Championship. You've got Max's departure from Roberts Racing opening up a space for you in Roberts Racing, one of the top developing teams on the grid, potentially one of the fastest and strongest teams on the grid. How are you looking forward to Roberts Racing and their development? You could potentially bring home a few wins this year, or you never know, even a championship. How are you looking forward to the year? Good. What do you think you'll be able to pick up a couple wins this season? What's your tactics with the team?
Just win. Try.
Just win. Is that all are you going to be focusing to maybe get a Constructors' Championship or maybe even a Drivers' Championship? Huh? Do you think you'll be able to get a Drivers' Championship, win the Drivers' Championship, or even the Teams' Championship?
Probably not.
Well, as long as you two turn up, work together, you'll be able to. No rage quitting, yeah.
No.
You'll be in a top team, so you probably won't be having any rage quitting.
No promises.
Okay, thank you for your time. So there we go. That was Oliver Stefanczyk speaking to his interview about him racing in Roberts Racing, the top team, the team that has their reigning World Drivers' Champion, Max Roberts. We now move to the reigning Constructors' Championship, Jaguar RR. Now, this year, Jaguar come in with a way stronger car. The fan voted the best driver lineup on the 2025 grid with myself and Harvey as Harvey has proven to be a good driver by winning the FSE 2024/2025 World Drivers' Championship. It's going to be a strong year. I definitely think Jaguar are going to be in the mix. They're going to be in the mix for the constructors, definitely. Maybe the driver's title a bit. And they're definitely going to be fighting for the wins and the podiums. It's going to be a very interesting year for Jaguar, and I'm really looking forward to see how they can cope. My words as a Jaguar driver, I think it's definitely going to be an interesting season. We're definitely going to be up in the mix. From the testing results. Definitely fighting for podiums and wins, and I think we have quite a good shot at the Constructors' Championship. The Drivers' Championship will be a little bit further to reach. A little bit further to reach, but it could be a potential if we work together. But obviously, we have been taught this year we're allowed to fight for the championship. We're not allowed to put too many team orders in. But the Constructors' Championship, if we work together and not take each other out, we'll be able to bring home the Constructors' Championship for the second year running. Okay, there was my interview. I don't think I can go in free cam. I don't think I can. Which I think... Hang on, guys. I don't think I can go in free cam. No, free cam is not enabled on this game. But anyways, in that case, then I will move my position so you will be able to see. Let me go down the pit lane. Hang on. So there's the Union Jack flying, as the first race of the season will be the British Grand Prix. Here we go from the front. You got Adam Cheetah and Harvey Redfern. Then in Roberts Racing we have Max Roberts and Oliver Stefanchuk, which for this race weekend to be Reggie. Obviously in here it hasn't been put up yet. Racing Eagles, Isaac Cheetah and Alfie Cooper. Then here will be Force One, Oliver Kakai and Maya Hart. And then down here will be Splits GP of Jackson Muller and Zachary Hodson. And then this is the SMM garage. Can I drive the safety car? Yes, I can. Hang on, let's take you on a bit of a track tour. So we come out of the pit lane, and obviously we have this tight bit here. I can't drive. We can all know that. I do promise you that I'm a better driver than this. In FS1. So you have a big tight hairpin here, which could cause, if some driver has a bad exit. Then down here, this is a good opportunity for drivers to try and take the inside line. Oh my god, I'm so bad! And we could see some drivers potentially do that if they got the wrong exit to lose the rear. And then some drivers could try and sneak down the inside. And then you've got to be careful at this corner, because if you get onto the gravel bit there, you could get stuck. And then up here you've got a big ramp, a hill, so you've got to be careful with that as well. And then round here you want to try and get the tyres onto the curb, and then you want to get a really good exit and try not to go off into the gravel here, because you will slip. And then hit the turn 1, not as I just demonstrated. You want to take the curb there. If you see a curb on this track, you want to try and take the curb, because the curb will help with your racing line. the curb will help with your racing line. And yeah, I'm just driving it back round to the pits. So yeah, this bit is a good overtaking opportunity. The back straight, as we call it, or the other really overtaking spot is the main straight down into turn 1. But you got to master that into turn 1. And then the pit lane, to be fair, is quite long. You got to try and like take a corner here, and you got to take a tight turn and try and stay on track. The safety car, to be fair, is quite hard to control, and then you've got to slow down for the pit limiter. Jaguar there has got quite a hard, where their pit box is quite hard to get in their box by the looks of things, but that's what free practice is for, eh? That's what practice is for. But anyways, let's jump out this car now. There we have it, people. This is the FS1 World Championship Race 1. And just letting you guys know, all series will be racing. Well, most series will be racing here. This weekend. FS1 will be racing here. FS2 will be racing here, and FSA will be racing here as well. The FSA qualifying and race will be streamed. The FSA qualifying is at 10 a.m. on Sunday, and the race is at 11 a.m. on Sunday. The FS2 qualifying, I believe, is at 1 o'clock. Yes, so here's the actual times. Here's the actual times. Hang on. So the actual times. So free practice 1 is tomorrow, and free practice 2 is tomorrow at 4:30 and 7 o'clock. There will be pre-practice shows. We're not live streaming the practice shows. So if you want to watch the practice live, or watch the practice in general, you have to go into the Formula Schoolers series YouTube channel, because they'll be live streaming that live. So if you want to watch if you want to watch any FS1 sessions or / races live, you must go to the Formula Schoolers series is live. Must go to the Formula Schoolers series is live stream. On Saturday, FP3 is at 12 o'clock. I'm yet to schedule that. FSA free practice. Oh, is at 2 o'clock. I'm probably not going to schedule the practice. FS2 free practice is at is at 6 o'clock. FS1 qualifying is at 4 o'clock again. There'll be a pre-qualifying show, a post-qualifying show, but I won't be streaming the qualifying live, so you'll have to go to the Formula Scorner series if you want to watch it live. If you want to just watch the short replay, there will be short highlights coming out. And then on Sunday, qualifying is at 10. FSA qualifying is at 10 o'clock. The FSA GP is at 11 o'clock. So they're the drivers that have moved up from karting into FSA. Then they're trying to fight for a seat into FS2. And then FS2 qualifying is at 1 o'clock. And the FS2 Grand Prix is at 2 o'clock, which they are trying. The FS2, sorry, they are trying to fight their season to win the World Championship to try and get them to move up get their seat in the FS1 next year. Because if in case you didn't know, if you win an FS2 World Drivers' Championship, you can't race in FS2 anymore. But there is other options. There is FSE, there is the road car, or you could be a reserve driver for FS1 if you don't get an FS1 full-time seat. But because FS1 is quite small, it's quite likely you can get a seat if you win the FS2 championship. Then the FSE Grand Prix, which I will not be live streaming again. That'll be for the Formula Scoreless series. That will be Formula FSE free practice will be at 4:00. Then the FS1 Grand Prix, again, to watch it live, you have to go on the Formula Scoreless series, but we'll be doing a pre-race show and a post-race show. That will be at 6:00, the actual Grand Prix itself. And then the FSE Grand Prix will be at 8:15. And all these times are Great British times. I will leave a timetable on the community tab, so you can look at it. And if you are not in Great Britain, you can convert it to your time zone. And if you want to make it, remember that I probably will send a live stream link, or they might send a live stream link for you to watch in the grandstands. Yeah. So that's pretty much all it for today, my friends. I really hope you did enjoy. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Like the video. Make sure to turn the notification bell on so you do not miss a single gaming upload, and you do not miss. And if you are enjoying this Formula Scoreless series stuff, you do not miss a single live stream / video on the Formula Scoreless series. But until next